Hello again everybody. I'm going to show you today a really simple technique just using wax crayon and water-based paint. I know in a couple of my other videos I've used things like oil pastels, and I appreciate not everyone's got oil pastels. They can be quite expensive and a specialist thing to have, but hopefully you've all got some wax crayons. If you haven't got wax crayon, we can actually do this with a candle, but hopefully you've got ordinary children's wax crayons. These are my grandson's that he plays with when he comes to stay with us. Once we've done this, I'm then going to show you a little project perhaps that the kids can do over the weekend or at some time for their art homework. But just because I'm going to do a kids project, don't rule it out as something that you won't do as an adult, because I'm just going to show you some examples. Here I've got a book about Henry Moore, a sculptor. And Henry Moore often used to use wax crayons in his drawings. So here we've got the white area is a white wax crayon, and then he's used felt tip pen and then washed over it with watercolour as a study for one of his sculptures. And here, this is something, during the war, people used to sleep in the underground shelters, in the underground tube stations as a air raid shelter. And Henry Moore used to draw the people sleeping, and he used wax crayon for this. Used to do the drawing in crayon and then wash over it again with ink to get these shapes. So I think if it's good enough for Henry Moore, it's good enough for us. So what you need is a piece of A4 white card. If you haven't got card, you can use paper, and you can always then stick it down onto some cardboard like a cereal packet. And I've divided it up equally into 6 sections, and we're just going to use the crayons to colour in yellow, red, blue, green, purple and orange section. I'm going to make a rainbow. But let's have a look. One of the fun crayons to use is white. So you won't be able to see what I'm doing here, but I'm just going to make a scribble with that, and I might put a little bit of yellow in with that too. So that's going to be my yellow one. Now let's do red. I'm not doing anything very sophisticated here, as you can see, but you can spend time making patterns. I don't think you want to spend hours watching me make patterns. When you've done all 6 of them, so I've got yellow, red, blue, green, purple, orange, I'm then going to take some watercolour. I've actually got inks in a palette here, but yeah, watery paint is what you need. And so for my yellow one, I'm going to take some yellow paint, and then I'm going to wash over that. This is quite magic because now you can see where the white crayon is creating a resist. At least I hope you can. And let's show you the red one. You see how that wax starts to resist the paint. And it's just a way of creating a pattern and texture that you can't get just from painting. So when you've painted all 6 of those, you need to let them dry. Let's go back to this one, and then what you can do when they're dry, take something round and a pencil. I should have a pencil somewhere on my desk, and you're going to draw around your object, a cup, a lid, anything round will do. I think this is something that holds string usually. And you're going to draw a circle on each of these 6 sections and then cut them out. So here I've got my cut out circles, and I've also got a little hole punch. It's a sort of a special punch that just does one hole, but you know, you can use a double hole punch and make punch holes. And for one piece I've got my red piece and my orange piece, I just want one hole, and for the other 4 pieces I'm going to make a hole on either side. And then I'm going to use some of these split pins and literally just join these together. So I push the split pin through. There we go. And overlap that one. Push that through. Oh, fingers and thumbs. There we go. And carry on until you've joined them all together. And once they're all joined together, You can take a couple of the spare pieces like this. So this red one's going to be the head. You can glue a couple of the spare bits of paper or card behind, just with a Pritt stick or something like that, and then glue on a couple of googly eyes. Even better if you've got those plastic googly eyes that move about, and you can draw in some pupils. And when it's all stuck together, what you should end up is a rainbow caterpillar, which you could, if you like, put in your window, because people are putting rainbows in their windows at the moment, aren't they? So that's it, a really simple project, but like I say, I'll probably come back later in the week and with some ideas of what you could do with the leftover papers. So things like this I've just done on ordinary paper. You know, and you can be quite, you don't have to do rainbow colours, you can, that one looks quite grass-like, and I'll come back with some ideas for using them in your sketchbook. Okay, that's it for me. Bye now, stay well.